watching this outside board take off and go south.
Is that snagged up, or we do got snagged back here? There we go. We got it turned around now. Hey, what's up, everybody? Chris Souter, Slungercat Outdoors, out here on the high river. It's been a little while, but it's nice to be back in the saddle. And we got a snag. Hold on. It come loose.
We're out here dragging weights tonight, and we just hit a bunch of snags right now. So
yeah.
There we go. That's the old guy talking. We just hit a bunch of snags right now. Yeah. It's kind of like being there, isn't it?
Yeah. Hope everybody is having a wonderful evening tonight. It is beautiful out. It is like the first, what I would consider the real cold snap of the fall.
Getting toward that magic time.
Yeah. This is
summertime fishing is great.
Yeah, this is my type of weather. Hoodies, jackets, cool weather. It can be some phenomenal fishing. Hopefully we find some tonight. But make sure you guys are leaving your comments down below. Let us know you guys can hear us and see us fine. All that good jazz.
Yeah, we just came through a mess of stuff here, so we're probably going to be battling some snags here for a minute. There we go. And actually, we're not really dragging on the line that we wanted to be. I think we're working back out toward it. As soon as we got set up, daggone barge came around the corner.
So what I'm doing is I set up right smack dab in the center of the river. We come down here, this is about 45, 50 foot of water, and it kind of tapers up into some shallower water as we go upriver. We had about 0.4 mile an hour current coming down river, and 0 to no wind. So we're just dragging upriver, about a 0.5 mile an hour, 0.4 to 0.5 mile an hour. And got some fresh skipjack, got some frozen moon eye, and two bluegills. Two bluegills. But we're gonna see what happens.
We are.
And yes, I know. We had a spelling bee right before this,
yep.
And I lost.
Now see if you can do it, Chris. Your word is tackle.
So
15 seconds.
Come on. The spelling thing on your phone, what is that called? Autocorrect? Autocorrect really doesn't like me. Every time I spell tackle, it comes up EL instead of LE.
Instead of autocorrect, you got auto hillbilly.
Auto hillbilly.
Oh goodness.
But hope everybody's doing well. It's been a long time since we've done one of these shows, and the temperature is going back down. My schedule at work is straightened back up. In the summertime, my schedule gets changed, and I normally am not off work until about this time of the evening. So things are changing. I'm back to normal, and we should be able to start doing these more often. So make sure you guys are getting back to asking questions. Send them to me in chat, messenger, either on the Slungercat page or my personal page, whatever you guys can get a hold of me.
Yeah. Larry King mentioned that it is a little bit blurry, and looking at my picture here, it is just a little bit.
Is it blurry?
Yeah, just a little bit. You might want to just take that thing off.
Let's take this off and see if that helps. Did that help any?
Yeah, I believe so. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know if that helped any.
I see Brent want to know, is Skippy still biting? Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Still got some of those small ones running. We got lucky and found some kind of right in the middle of the river. So we only had 2, and I got those from a buddy that I fished with him last weekend. But luckily, we was able to have a bait rod. Always keep a bait rod on your boat. You never know when you're going to see them jump and when you can take advantage. So we was able to get about 10 or so little ones, and we got fresh bait for tonight.
Yeah, they said that's better, so there we go.
Good.
Randy wants to know if we have much current. This is the Ohio Lake this time of the year. It used to be a river.
0.4.
Yeah.
Had 0.4 mile an hour current going downriver, and that's normally like my cutoff line.
Hello, Doc. Doc's out there. Doc got some slay on today. I saw a picture. I didn't see how much it weighed. I think he was in a tournament today and
last weekend.
Was it last weekend?
Yep. Doc, remind everybody what that tournament was that you fished over the weekend and the big fish that you caught. I believe the gentleman you was fishing with name was Chris, but correct me if I'm wrong. Jack Day, no, we are using the iPilot, and we are actually dragging up current against the current. Got 4 OR12 planer boards out. Hey, hand me one of those planer boards. Hand me one of the OR12s. No, the small ones. Small ones. So we got 4 of these planer boards out. This is the OR12s. Good for dragging baits. I'm using about 3 ounces of weight to kind of hold us on bottom. And what I'm doing is setting my speed. If you notice, the 2 center rods, they are straight out the back. And I just throw them out, let them hit bottom, and then I set my speed kind of relative to what those rods are doing. Those rods will tell me what the other rods are doing. So if those rods are hitting bottom and you can kind of see them just bouncing, that's a good thing. If they're getting snagged up, that's a good thing. If they're just kind of smooth and not really doing much, then odds are you're going too fast and your bait is coming up off bottom.
Doc said it was Bama Blues with his stroke partner Chris Fuller. What did that fish weigh, Doc? Throw us a weight up in there, bud. That was a beast. Yeah, I hear you, fat boy. It's usually like that. Bob wants to know if you do any guide fishing and how much. No, unfortunately, he doesn't. Not at this time.
You say Bob?
Bob.
Bob, I don't guide at this time. I do have a captain's license, but you know, I haven't started guiding at this time, and I am probably going to do a few guide trips later as we go. That one's snagged up.
Yes, it is.
But I probably won't guide a whole bunch. But keep your eye on the Slender Cat Outdoors Facebook page for any information on that. We got a couple snagged up we're going to get taken care of real quick. Unfortunately, there we go.
Come off kind of a muddy bottom here. Feels like anyhow. Feels like. Golly, hillbilly autocorrect got me there. Felt like. It felt like it come up. Pass that moonshine over. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Johnny Ringo asks, offset circle or regular circle, which is better for flatheads?
I'll answer that here in a second.
All right.
You can answer what you think.
What I think?
Uh-huh.
I like offset a little bit more. So, you know, I get a little tendency to get the point of the hook just out of the plane of the thing when it comes pulling out or whatnot. So I like an offset just a little bit.
Ooh, I had this thing out there country mile. There we go. Give you guys that one in the corner that's reeled up some. We're coming up. So, as you can see, I got a what's called a pigtail on here, and that makes it really nice to get those planer boards on and off. Drag racing over there on Route 7.
Yeah. It seems like we cover this every time that we get out here.
So,
oh, I'm sorry. We'll get back on
okay.
here. Okay.
So, show you guys what I'm using here. This is 50-pound slime line. This is a Warrior Cat heavy action rod. A pin squall, size 20. And then I have it down to a 3-way swivel. And I have the main line right in line with the leader line, and then a fast snap on the other one. This is a drift and stick 3 ounce or 3.5 ounce dragon weight. I got about a 4 foot of 80-pound slime line leader line, Slender Cat Edition Demon Dragon, and then a whole skipjack that is only about, I mean, it is a whole bait, but it's only about 10 inches long. So just a nice, good piece of bait for hopefully a big old blue cat. These West Virginia blue cats, hopefully tonight.
So the question was how we get away with running so many rods. Yeah, you were right about the Ohio thing. Ohio allows you 3 poles in Erie and the Ohio River. And we actually have a West Virginia fishing license too. We always buy our out of state, and that enables you to use as many poles as you want.
So we're just going to cast this straight out.
And that skipjack's going to land about 12 foot in front of Chris.
And we're going to cast that bait off. That was a pretty bait too.
It was too. So that's probably one of the secrets Chris didn't want y'all to know about. He tends to chum a lot.
Let's try this one again. This is about the same size bait that we had. And all I did was just make some cuts in it, both sides, kind of filleted the back off so it'll bleed a little bit.
Got a message here, probably personal, I don't know about this. Clarence Payton says, hey Chris, Callie wanted me to let you know she's a big sister now. Her baby sister was born last night.
Awesome. So, got another snag right there. So I want to say congratulations to Callie for being a big sister, and the whole Clarence and their family and everybody involved. I'll be praying for you guys for healthy baby, healthy mommy, and hope that you love your little sister. Let's get that bait back out there.
Yeah, it looks like got another one hung up there. Howdy, Skip Stewart. Watched you last night on Catfish Weekly. Did a fine job on there. Pretty good show, guys. Here's a good one for you, Chris, while you're doing this, all right?
Yeah.
James Riggs, how much does current or lack of affect river fish?
That's 2 good questions. So, I get this rod in, we'll talk about that. And here's the other bait that we're using. That's a big Alabama skipjack that I had in the freezer and basically just cut it in half. Now this kind of fishing will keep you busy. You snag that too,
brother. I see what you said there, Earl. Yes, I'm taking notes.
All right, so I'm gonna cast that out, and I'm just gonna let it kind of free spool back a little bit. We're in some deeper water, and once it hits bottom, like I said, let it free spool for a little bit, and I'll click my planer board on it, and that'll be my farthest one back. I'll just let it roll right on back.
That one's way out there. Just now getting through that jump. Those other ones got hung up on there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh. By the way, I want to take a minute to thank Chris for asking me out tonight. Appreciate it, Chris.
You're welcome. So what we do is we take that pigtail, make a loop in the line, just hook it right on there. Super easy. Now this board is for my side, so as you can see, it's going to pull this direction. I'm gonna guess your planer board popped.
Don't feel like it's got anything on right now. There we go.
So now we just pitch the planer board out there, let it free spool back however far we want to go back, and then we'll click the bell once it gets back there far enough. And while it's going out, we can go ahead and pitch this other one out. Now, instead of pitching it straight out the back like we did that one, I'll cast this one kind of out to the side of the boat. That way you kind of keep them from getting tangled up so much. Okay, so while those are going out, we had a couple questions. One was, how does the lack, how do you say it, Harley? Lack thereof.
Lack of current, yeah, affect the fish.
Affect the fish. In the river, if there is low to no current, it is tough fishing. For the simple reason is those fish will migrate out farther. Even though they're structure-oriented fish, they will scatter, they will come up off the bottom more, and it just makes it harder to catch them because they're not so predictable on where they're at.
That's the fun of dragging.
You stay busy.
You can't just lay back and wait on it to happen, can you?
Nope, you'll stay busy dragging.
Need to get a fish on here and make this a fishing show rather than a
Talking show?
tackle show. Jason Hamilton wants to know what you're on for trolling motor and what down for us. I know it's a 36 volt.
Yep. So for trolling motor on here, let's see if I can pitch this thing around. You guys can see it. Yeah, there we go. That is a Terova Minn Kota 36 volt 112 iPilot. It's got the link on it for the Hummingbird. Super great trolling motor. Zero issues. I can't say enough good about that trolling motor. I was going to go with the Altera or one of the other ones, and I would consider the Minn Kota to be the workhorse, or Terova to be the workhorse for Minn Kota. Super good trolling motor. And this is the second Terova 112 I've had, 36 volt. I've also had the Terova 80 and had great success with it as well.
Die Chad? I'm kind of torn about fishing with Die Chad. He asks, when's the Catfish Crazy season going to start back up?
Season 2, we're filming for season 2 right now, and it will start back up somewhere around March, first to end of March, April sometime, and it'll run longer this year. We got 13 episodes to film this year. Got 5 in the bank, so we still got a few left, but we have put some good fish in the boat already in just about every show that we have filmed.
That's not unusual for your bunch. Do you guys have like a fishing buddy that you go with that just stand beside him using the same bait, the same pole, same presentation? Me and Chris could do that, and he'd catch 8 fish. 8 fish to my none. I think it's genetic sometimes. When you touch the bait, it's just blessed or blasted.
So we've had this boat now. I've been fishing out of this boat for about 7 weeks. I believe I've had it for 8 weeks. Been fishing out for 7, and I want to thank we've put 5 fish over 50 pounds in the boat already. So it's been good, and most of those have been on a show. So season 2 is cranking up to be a awesome season. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
You know, I was watching one of your old videos from last year's show, and your cameraman Joe, standing up on the front, was watching him. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed it or not, but you were down here getting the fish, and I saw Joe standing on the front of the boat, and he took 2 steps and just about went over the edge. So I'm betting $1 that Joe might fall in this year. Probably you need to put him a big butt rail or a handrail up there he can lean against, because he was kind of in it there.
Joe is like a cat on his feet. He's good.
He wasn't on that one. I was like, oh, he's going in with about $5,000 worth of camera gear, or that's probably low. Yeah, he does some really nice video work.
So hopefully we'll be able to put some fish in the boat for you guys tonight. I had high hopes with this cold front coming in. Sometimes in the fall, you know, it can be good or it can be a disaster. But hopefully tonight it's good.
You want my honest opinion? We dropped 20 degrees in the last 2 days. Big cold front came through, and it's going to settle in on us like for all week now. It's barely going to be above 60 this week, so I'm afraid that this might have them kind of lockjawed for a little bit. But you never know. There might be a hungry one out here. James Riggs wants to know if you ever use Asian carp, and is it a good big cat bait? Well, I'll tell you what, I know Hayden Grubbs swears and lives by that. Fortunately, we don't have it up in this section of the Ohio River yet, but it's coming. I mean, it's inevitable. They'll get up here one of these days, but I've heard a lot of good things about them for catfish bait.
So the question about Asian carp for catfish bait. It is a phenomenal catfish bait, especially if you live in an area where you have Asian carp. They're readily available most places. You can catch them in cast nets, snag them. Many different ways of catching them. The lower Ohio River, the Mississippi River, lower Tennessee, lower Cumberland, some of those places where they meet the Ohio, you can catch Asian carp, and readily available, good bait. I like to fillet the sides off of them, or if you catch them small enough, chunk them up. But farther up the Ohio River, like Harley was saying, it's not a natural bait, and I always tell people, try to use natural baits that you catch.
Skipjack, moon eye,
skip,
bluegill,
yeah.
Chad.
There was a running joke between Harley and I a few years ago. That planter board come unclipped. See it just floating there. That you had four. I called it the four food groups of catfish, and that was shad, skipjack, moon eye, and bluegill. And I promise you, if you stick with those 4 baits, you can catch them in the bodies of water that where we are fishing, and just about most bodies of water. I mean, when you go south to the east coast, it'd be different fish. You have white perch, things like that. But if you stick to those 4, you're going to have success with what you're fishing for, whether it be channel cats, blue cats, or flatheads. Let's get some more bait. What'd you catch?
That other line.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. That don't happen very often. Both hooks. Look at these 2 hooks.
Oh, nice.
So
now, since we are on a cold front, I'm going to take one of those small skipjack and I'm going to cut it up into small pieces. And this is a double hook Kentucky rig that we got here. And you guys have heard me talk about these before. These double hook Kentucky rigs are just a phenomenal rig, whether you drift, drag, anchor fish. Just a good all-around rig to use, and throughout the whole country as well. So I'm just going to pitch this one straight out the back.
a little bit of a mess going on over here. I didn't think so.
Alright, we're back out there fishing now.
I know it's rude to whisper off the back of the boat, but I mess with Chris all the time. When he's doing these shows, I get these wild ideas about things to talk about, and he says, no. So be sure, and here comes my plug. You ready?
Fishing Buddy.
The
New channel.
Fishing Buddy Show.
Is it The Fishing Buddy?
The Fishing Buddy Show. I had a previous YouTube channel. That was just my name, Harley Neal, and if you can remember that, go there and see my old videos. But I made a new one, The Fishing Buddy Show. So if you guys are watching, grab some of Chris's subscribers while we're at it. Appreciate it if y'all get on there, check them out, and sign up and do all that good stuff. Appreciate it. We got some ducks ahead of us. We're sneaking up on 2 little old mallards, it looks like.
Ozark, there's actually some good bloopers at the end of every show, every Catfish Crazy show. So make sure you watch the end of all the Catfish Crazy TV shows.
You know, I just noticed that last night. I think it was Zach Royce one.
Yeah.
They pulled the camera. You guys were trying to do an intro, and it was almost like you trying to spell. It was it just wasn't working.
I forgot I was down there, and we'd been on the road for a little while, and I completely forgot my own name. Now that was funny.
Zach Royce and the other guy on the boat.
I'm trying to find if we have any more questions.
I don't want to be able to stay on top of it too well tonight, and I apologize for that, folks, but we got tangled lines
Yeah.
right and left. So.
If I'm getting warm, and we haven't even caught a fish yet. Also, it is coming up on winter, so make sure you guys go over and check out slungercat.fish. Get yourself some hoodies and hats and all that good stuff. Harley, we got to catch a fish, buddy.
That's been the plan ever since we've been out here, but boy.
So back before COVID hit, one of the things that I wanted to do was give away a trip to one of the subscribers to the channel, and I still want to do that. Now that we have the new boat, things have kind of settled down. I wouldn't say completely settled down, but settled down a little bit. I'm going to figure out how I can do it and where I can do it. So make sure you guys keep up to date on that, so that you guys can get entered to be drawed. We're at like 15,000 now, and I never would have dreamed that I would have gotten that many. So thank you guys for all the support, especially the last few weeks. Haven't been able to do much. Been on the road filming shows, and you guys still supported me, still watched the videos, still done all that stuff, and I can't thank you guys enough. And we got some video. I got some videos coming. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough video of this boat. Harley's going to help me out with that one, and yeah, we should be able to start putting out some videos in this. But I'm going to be doing the giveaway for the subscriber here soon as well.
Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. John Miller wants to ask how you recommend charging trolling motor batteries on the water. I guess a lot of guys are using little old generators now, aren't they?
Yeah. Who was that?
John Miller.
John Miller. So, had one snagged up there, John. Yeah, if you go to a place like say the Mississippi River, where unless you have some really good lithium batteries or some really big AGMs, large amp hour batteries, you're going to run out of battery juice, before the end of the day. The best thing to do is go to Harbor Freight and buy you one of their 2000 generators. They're about 500 bucks. They're actually fairly quiet, and they will charge your batteries while you're out there, say you're bumping or dragging or something like that. Nice little generators, don't take up a whole bunch of space. They'll run all day on a tank of fuel. So that's how I do it.
And by the way, I'll tell whoever gets to go out on this boat is incredible. I mean, it's not that much bigger than Chris's old 20, yeah. ProCat 20, but you got an extra what, 1.5 feet or something?
You got probably 2 foot.
2 foot
on the sides. I mean, it feels like because you don't have the rod lockers.
Yeah. Yeah, generally on the sides right here, it had rod lockers here. They put it across the back right here, right in front of the live well, and it's actually in a real good place. We were talking about that earlier when we were rigging up. You can open that up right there, set right there, and just do it.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. The front deck's been extended a little bit, and the boat, and this one, the big old windshield with this cover on it, man. This coming down the river is like just being at home. It's pretty amazing inside. It's a really nice environment here. Yeah, that's a nice old boat. So Sea Arc Dynasty, check them out and tell them we sent you.
They have they definitely hit the nail on the head with this one. For a lot of people's fishing.
Yeah, a lot of little details that they've done on this boat. For one, like in front of the dashboard here, there's a lot of big space up there that used to not be there. And all this stuff will be on that video, because when we do a walkthrough on this, I'll shoot a video and Chris will walk you through and show you all the good stuff. And these boats are really daggone sweet. About ready to catch a fish, Chris?
Oh man, I'm trying.
I wish Mr. Blue would just come up and get hungry. A little bit slow.
But kind of figured it might be, but yeah. We've done pretty good tonight. I mean, Harley, you're not even watching your rod.
I know. It's done that 3 or 4 times here recently.
I'm getting a workout. It's like what was that workout video back in the 80s?
Richard Simmons,
Yeah.
sweating to the oldies.
Sweating to the oldies. It's like I'm doing a sweating to the oldies workout.
I wasn't an oldie then, so I didn't really get into them. And nowadays, apparently I'm an oldie. Now I just PX90. Yeah, that's right. That's old too.
Oh, still just dragging right up the middle of the river.
Oh,
I'll turn this around so you guys can kind of see. You know, we're dragging straight up the middle of the river here, and covering some different depths. That's the reason we're getting snagged up. So much. You know, we're covering from 50 to 30 foot of water back and forth.
Hey, William Winterstein, I saw your thing. I can't meet you in the morning, but I'd love to get out and go fishing with you. So we're going to get you on the Fishing Buddy Show one of these days, too. I can't meet you at Point, but I do wish you the best of luck.
Who is that?
William Winterstein.
William, what time are you going to be there in the morning?
You going to be out in the morning, too?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I go to work.
Oh, okay. Jason Albert says I need a glow stick axe. Silly little pole I got. I've caught more fish on that stinking thing. Apparently you watched one of my old videos there. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that. I'll see here. He says before daylight.
Before daylight?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I was a little slow on that one.
That's all right.
We've had a really good audience tonight. We've been up to about between 130 and 170.
Yeah.
That's pretty
48
good.
right now. Yeah.
Pretty good.
They've been missing you, Chris.
They have. I've missed actually being out here doing these. So I want to turn this around. I want to show you guys. Let's see. Well, he done went off the screen. But if I catch another one going across the screen, I'll show you guys what we're fishing.
Boy, that little old light you got right there's a bright dude, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got some hot dogs and cook them on that dude. Wind's picking up a little bit too.
It sure is.
Maybe that's an omen. We're just about to get on. Those ducks have been staying just right ahead of you. See that pair right there in front of us? They're about 50 yards out now.
They sure are.
Yep. They're just trucking along in front of us there. We'll use them for bait too.
Let's see. I seen a question pop up there, Harley.
You did?
Yeah. I don't want to put my finger on the screen and scroll back. John, I am actually running a Lowrance Elite TI2. I want to do a lot of videos on this sonar that I'm using. So whenever I bought it, I was looking at the HDS Lives because I always used the HDS 12s and loved them. Absolutely loved them. But I talked to a guy at BBG Marine, and if anybody on here, I'm not affiliated with them by any means. I'm not affiliated with Lowrance, Humminbird, BBG Marine, or any of them. But if you are looking for somebody that's polite, that's got you in mind, as far as helping you pick out the right sonar for your needs and what you want to fit your budget, talk to Brian at BBG Marine. They will absolutely help you out.
And that's a take.
I mean, that's the
That's
truth.
a good spiel there, but you're right.
You know, he talked me into, I was set on having a HDS Live, and I just didn't want to spend $3,500 to $3,500 to $4,000 on a sonar. And I talked to him, told him what I'd been using. He recommended for me to get the Elite TI2, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. The only thing that I don't like about it is it only has one SD card slot. I wish that it would have two. Other than that, I would recommend that if anybody is looking at Lowrance, definitely take a look at the Elite TI2. For the money, you can buy a 12-inch unit. I think it was like $1,500 to $1,700, half the price of an HDS Live, and honestly, more than anything that I need. Also, I'm running a Humminbird Helix 9, and absolutely love it as well.
So I got a comment on there. Apparently someone was talking about me getting subscribers that I can get to 500 if I bit the head off a shad. And I tell you what, there's about that much of a chance of that happening. You can still taste that shad, can't you?
Hey, I'd do it again.
No.
I'd bite the head off one of them skipjack right now for the right price. I wouldn't even think about it. I'd wash it down with some good old Diet Pepsi.
Kick up your feet and just belch. I'm not going to be eating anything.
Hey,
so there you go.
Sushi is worth a lot of money in some places, and we got it free right here. It's a high river sushi.
I don't think you want to call that sushi. It's more related to roadkill, I would say, than sushi. Oh, Chad. Wow. Oh,
but actually, one of the videos, if there's any videos that you guys want to see specifically, as always, make sure you guys are leaving them in the comments. But one of the videos that I want to do for you guys, for the longest time, I was not able to run both units at the same time. But now I'm able to run the Lowrance, down imaging, 2D, side imaging, all that stuff, and my Humminbird Helix 9.
You having problems
with
interference?
No, zero interference.
Yeah. I mean, you were previously?
Yes. Yeah, before I couldn't run both of them at the same time. And I made a bracket and was able to figure it out how to do it. So that'll be one of the videos that I'll be doing here real soon, coming up.
Question about water temperature.
It is 73.4. So it's going down. It is going down. If we had just a little bit of current in this river, the flatheads would be absolutely on fire right now.
Jerry Stone says, how about we call it even, Chris, if you bite the head off?
Hey, Terry, do you know the story with that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so a few weeks ago was the MRM event, Mississippi River Monsters event. And I'll tell this story, and then we'll probably have to call it for tonight. But hopefully we catch a fish while I'm telling this story. So I was the first one to the hotel down at Memphis for the MRM. And I come in late one evening, and there sat their boat. I knew whose boat it was. And I woke up the next morning real bright and early. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And their boat's still there.
You didn't get bananas, did you?
No, I wouldn't put a banana on nobody's boat.
Okay.
But I had a big old Asian carp. And so I went out to my cooler. Wasn't nobody around. Well, there were some people in the parking lot, and they watched me do it. They didn't know what to think. They thought I was crazy. So I took this Asian carp and I cut the head off of it. Well, they left their dip net standing up in their boat. So I took the mouth of the Asian carp, opened it up, and shoved it down on the handle of the dip net. And
that's Godfather stuff.
Yeah, and you should have seen the look on the people's faces that was in the parking lot.
Oh gosh.
They didn't know what to think, and Terry and them didn't know what to think either whenever they woke up that morning. But yeah, that was a good one.
You gotta watch this guy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my.
You gotta have fun while you're out there.
Yeah, you do.
And thankfully they're good people, and they didn't get too upset over it. But well, unfortunately, we have not caught a fish, Harley. We've been on this show for 40 minutes.
Yeah, you can tell me. I notice things like that.
We've been on this show for 40 minutes, and I apologize we haven't caught no fish tonight, but I want to thank everybody for watching. And
let's set up a cold winter February. We'll go down around Portsmouth or something and get out there and do a Tackle Talk Tuesday when it's like 20 outside.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
That sounds like fun with this Bimini up here.
Well, we did it last year without Bimini and all that stuff. We just, we look like the Michelin Man up there walking around. But, yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yep.
Oh, maybe
he's bouncing off
bouncing
bottom.
pretty good.
So, well, folks, that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you guys for watching. Keep tuned in. We were going to, well, what I'm thinking about doing, and this is what I want you guys to remember, for anybody that has a YouTube channel, big, small, indifferent, doesn't matter. If you would like to join me on a Tuesday evening, tackle talk, I work here in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I usually hit the water about 6 o'clock in the afternoon after I get off work. And if you would like to come join me on a Tuesday evening, shoot me a message, let me know. And I'd like to help you guys out. Anything I can do as far as, getting viewership or subscribers to help you grow your channel and get you out in front of more people, let me know. I'd love to have you join me, ask questions, and just, what is that called? Collaborate?
Ooh.
Yeah, big word.
Spell it.
No. I'm not good at that. It's a good thing I can fish.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, if you guys would like to join me one evening. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a fishing show.
We got a fishing show. Woo! Anybody that tuned off already.
Woo! People yelling from the bank. Oh, did he come off?
If Harley lost this fish, I'm going to lose it.
Oh!
Did you lose that fish?
He came off. Man, no, he didn't.
I want you to look.
Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Let me make this fish look really big. Look how big. That's massive, ladies. New personal best right there.
Hey,
it's a fish.
That's a fish.
That's the way to end the show, isn't it?
That's a fish, and it's a fishing video.
Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
Hey, we might have another one right there.
Drug through a mess of channels. No,
Yeah, that's a little channel.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll
Just
take
how
him.
we spoke.
We'll take him.
See you, little guy.
Awesome.
There we go.
And we got a barge coming too.
Woo.
We just missed him.
Ooh, yeah.
So I want to thank you guys again. Make sure you guys join next week for another Tackle Talk Tuesday.
Won't be nearly as fun.
Thanks for watching. Remember, if you guys have a channel and you guys want to come join me one evening, hit me up. I'd love to help you guys out.
Once again, subscribe to my channel, The Fishing Buddy Show. That's Fishin. We're about to hit some big waves. We got a barge here 40 yards from us.
Before we leave, I want to leave you with one other thing. I want you guys to remember that God is the same today as he was yesterday and as he will be tomorrow. He loves you and wants you to reach out to him, and we're getting hammered. We're getting hammered by some big old waves. As always, if you guys need somebody to pray for you, if you need to talk to somebody, please reach out to me. I would love to help you guys out in that situation as well. Till next week, God bless, tight lines,
And amen.
and amen.